Hey guys, in this video I want to talk about React Query in React.js. Do not miss this video and let's go! Hey developers, how are you doing guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Amin and as I said, I want to talk about React queries and how you can use it in your React.js application instead of fetching data using useEffect. Before everything, please subscribe my channel and support me. Let's back to our work. First of all, we should navigate to this website, tinystack.com, to start using React Query. First of all, I should say, what is React Query? React Query is a powerful data fetching and state management library for React applications. It takes the hassle out of managing server state by providing built-in solutions for caching, background fetching, and more. Here are some of its standout features. First is caching, and once data is fetched, it's cached so the app doesn't make unnecessary repeated requests. And the second one is background fetching, keeps data fresh automatically, ensuring users always see the most current information. The third one is automatic retries, handles network errors gracefully with built-in retry mechanisms. And the last one is refetchOnWindowFocus, updates data when a user switches tabs and return to your app so they see the most up-to-date content. And now we should set it up on our VS Code and React.js application. Here we should navigate back to our VS Code and open our React.js application, and we should run this command npm i /react-query on our VS Code terminal and start to install React Query on our React.js application. Now here we go, we have React Query on our application. I want to close this terminal. After installation, we need to wrap our entire app with the query client provider to enable React Query in our application. Here we go. In our index.js, I want to import query client and query client provider from React Query. Import, and here I want to add const query client, new query client. Now I want to add query client provider component. Now our app is ready to start using React Query. And now I want to fetch data with useQuery. React Query simplifies data fetching using the useQuery hook. Let's use it to fetch data from an API. First, I want to create new file called posts components.js, and here we have this component, and of course I want to import it in our app.js like this, and of course I want to remove this header and just replace it with this component. In our post component, we should import useQuery. This is a hook from React Query like this, and of course I want to add function to fetch posts from an API like this. Const fetch posts is equal to async, and of course add some condition. If response was not okay, throw new error not okay, return this, and here we should return response.json. Here we have this fetch post function to get data from this URL, and now we need to call this fetch post function in our main component. Here I want to use React Query. We need to start with const and something from React Query. First is data, and we need error, and of course is loading. The next one is error. All of them are equal to useQuery, and we have this unique key posts, and the second argument is our function to fetch data, fetch posts here. And I want to add some conditional rendering by if, and just write down is loading, return this p tag and just say loading. And the second conditional rendering is about error. Here is error, return error is equal to error.message. And here in our main div, I want to display these posts from this URL that we have fetched. Write down this heading to posts, this list, data.map, and show post.title with, of course, this unique key, post.id. As an explanation, I should say the useQuery hook does a lot of work for you. The first argument to useQuery is the query key, which uniquely identifies this query. In this example, the query key, as you can see, is posts. The second argument is the function that fetched the data. In this case, our function is fetch posts. And of course, some return values is data that contains the fetch data and is loading a boolean indicating whether the query is currently fetching data, and is error also a boolean indicating if there was an error during the fetch, and error contains details about any errors that occurred in our fetching data. And as a result, if I want to show you, here we go. In our localhost port 3000, our post title are like this, that we fetch them with this API and using useQuery like this. We have this query key post, and query function is fetch posts. The next topic that I want to talk about is how you can customize query behavior. useQuery allows us to fine-tune the behavior of our queries with options like staleTime, cacheTime, and refetchOnWindowFocus. If I want to add them in our application, in our useQuery hook here, I should write down staleTime, the other one is cacheTime, and the last one is refetchOnWindowFocus. And what is staleTime now? This option controls how long the data is considered fresh. For example, this example means the data will be treated as fresh for 5 minutes. After this, useQuery will fetch the data when needed. The second one is cacheTime. Determines how long unused data remains in the cache before it's garbage collected. For example, in this example, means useQuery will keep the cache data for 10 minutes even if it's not being used. Last one, refetchOnWindowFocus option controls whether useQuery should refetch data when the window gains focus. Setting it to false disables this behavior, which is useful when you don't want data to be refetched unnecessarily. The next important and crucial topic about useQuery is using useMutation for modifying data. While useQuery is used for fetching data, useMutation is used for modifying data, such as creating, updating, or deleting resources. It provides an easy way to interact with APIs that require non-GET requests. For this one, I want to add a new file called createPost component. Here in our createPost component, we should import useMutation from useQuery, and I want to add our function const createPost, add async, and of course new post response, it's equal to await fetch from this URL, this method, and of course our body, it's equal to JSON string file, this new post that we have passed to our function. This is our createPost function, and now in our main component we should add useMutation like this. Const, we have mutate, and of course is loading is error, and of course we have error 2. It's equal to useMutation. And now we need this handle submit for this form on submit to add this new post data and post them with our mutation with React query. Okay, and now this conditional rendering, if it's loading, creating post, and if it's error, we have this error message. And as you can see on our application, we have this create post. And if I go to inspect, go to this tab network, if I click on this button like this, we can see this API call post. And as you can see, as a payload, we have body here. This is a new post created with the useMutation. This is title and this is ID. And this is our preview like this. And now I should say the first argument to useMutation is the mutation function. In this case, create post, which sends a post request to the API to create a new post. And some return values is mutate. This is a function you call to trigger the mutation. You pass the necessary data to it, like the new post data. The second one is loading, a boolean indicating whether the mutation request is in progress. And about error is a boolean indicating if there was an error while performing the mutation. The last one contains details about the error that occurred. In this video, I told you what is React query and how you can set it up on your React.js application, and how you can use useQuery and useMutation on your application. Now I should say why you should use React query. React query offers several advantages that make it a great choice for managing server-side data. First one is automatic caching. Data is cached automatically, reducing unnecessary network requests. The second one is background fetching. Keeps your data up to date without the need for manual pulling. And the last one is built-in retries. It was all about React queries. So guys, it was all about React query and how you can set it up on your React.js application and how you can use it instead of fetching your data using useEffect with all that errors that you may face with it. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and put like and comment for me to motivate me to put more videos for you guys. I hope this video was useful for you guys, and thanks for watching. Be nice guys, and farewell developers.